New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Full House actor Lori Loughlin was released from prison Monday after spending 2 months behind bars for paying $500,000 in bribes to get her two daughters into college. Loughlin was released from federal lockup in Dublin, California, where she has been serving her sentence for her role in the college admission bribery scheme. Her husband, fashion designer Massimo Giannulli, is serving his 5-month sentence at prison in Lompoc near Santa Barbara, California. Giannulli is scheduled to be released on April 17th. Prosecutors stated that Giannulli deserved a tougher sentence because, quote, he was more of an active participant in the scheme. Loughlin and Giannulli were among the highest profile defendants charged in the scheme, which revealed the lengths to which some wealthy parents will go to get their children into elite universities. Authorities said their parents funneled bribes through a fake charity run by the admissions consultant to get their children into the top schools with fake athletic credentials or rigged test scores. The famous couple admitted in May for paying 500 grand to get their two daughters into the University of Southern California as crew recruitment, even though neither girls were rowers. Their guilty plea was a stunning reversal for the couple, whose lawyers had insisted for a year that they were innocent and accused investigators of fabricating evidence against them. The only public comments that either Loughlin or Giannulli made about their case since their arrest came last year at their sentence hearing in August. Loughlin stated to the judge that her actions, quote, helped exacerbate existing inequalities in society and pledges to do everything in her power to use her experience as a catalyst to do good. Their youngest daughter, social media influencer Olivia Jade, made her first public remarks about the scandal this month on the series The Red Table Talk. Olivia Jade stated that she doesn't want or deserve anybody's pity. Quote, we messed up. I just want a second chance to be like, I recognized I messed up, and for so long I wasn't able to talk about this because of the legalities behind it. Of the nearly 60 parents, coaches, and others charged in the case, about a dozen are still fighting the allegations. The sentences for the parents who have pled so far in the case range from a couple of weeks to 9 months. Actor Felicity Huffman served nearly 2 weeks in prison last year for paying an administration consultant 15 grand to have the proctor correct her daughter's SAT answers. All right, so you heard the story. So now what we're going to do is just to bring up a reminder, just to catch people up to speed about the discrepancies and the issues that we have with the justice system, and how if you are technically a certain complexion and more well off versus others, how you are treated. Tanya McDowell, a 34-year-old Bridgeport woman, pled guilty in a Norwalk court to charges of first-degree larceny and conspiracy to commit first-degree larceny for illegally enrolling her 6-year-old son into a Norwalk public school despite living there. On 2 counts of sales of narcotics, the judge then sentenced her to 12 years, suspended after she serves 5 years and followed by 5 years probation. The sentence is to run concurrently with the 5-year sentence she received in the Norwalk case. Full House star Lori Loughlin has been released from federal prison outside of San Francisco for her role in paying $500K to get both of her daughters into a USC college on false pretenses. Her husband, Massimo Giannulli, remained incarcerated after being sentenced to 5 months in prison. She was also fined and sentenced to community service for the 2019 scandal. Kelly Williams Bolar of Akron, Ohio, was sentenced in 2011 to serve 10 days in jail after using her father's address to falsify residency for her two daughters, allowing them to enroll illegally in a school district that posted better student test scores than the district in which they actually lived. In addition to her own 10-day jail sentence, Williams Bolar's conviction for tampering with records earned her a punishment that included 80 hours of community service and 2 years of probation. Actress Felicity Huffman was released Friday from federal prison in Dublin, California, after serving 11 days of a 2-week sentence for her role in the college admissions scam. She pled guilty to conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services mail fraud for paying 15 grand to the scam's mastermind as part of a scheme to cheat on the SATs and boost her daughter's test scores. So it's like when you still do a comparison in between the groups of women, right? One group is black, one group is white, one group is middle or lower, and the other tier are, of course, rich, wealthy, right? Celebrity status, have a lot of pull in society. And as you can see, the group to the right, they were able to get lesser time and maybe pay a little bit of money out of their pocket, which wasn't much at all. And they're pretty much out. One is out in 11 days. The other one was basically out after serving 2 months. Mind you, Tiana McDowell, she has to serve 12 years. And then you have Miss Kelly Williams Bolar, who had to serve her initial 10 days. But on top of that, she had to serve 2 years on probation, along with doing 80 hours of community service. So, like I said before, you could see the discrepancies that are here. You can see what happens when you lack the funds, you lack the money, you lack the pull on the left and on the right. When you basically have the world at your feet, you can get the best lawyers. You have other people behind the scenes that are, pulling strings and different things of that nature. You can see exactly what takes place. And this is the main thing that I always try to tell people when it comes to the justice system, is that justice is not fair. The only time that justice is fair is if you have the money to make it fair. But other than that, if you don't have the money, you have to suffer the consequences and then some. The two black women did not do this because they wanted to brag to their friends and families about this great elementary school that their kids were going into. They literally wanted to better their kids' chances for survival out here. They wanted them to go to the best schools that would put them in line to potentially going to better high schools, and on top of that, hopefully a better college, because those better schools, middle schools and elementary schools, would give them a head start by giving them a better education versus going to the other public schools that they know of. Like I said before, a lot of people don't understand that because they are not at the same point, right, as black people, as black kids, as suffering from a lack of a good education and different things of that nature. I myself, I know the difference because I went to both private schools and I went to public schools. And when we were in private schools in elementary, we were learning about geometry, we were learning about algebra, we were almost to like trig and calculus, right? And then once you leave that private school and then you go to a normal high school, you're starting all the way back and you're dealing with algebra. You're dealing with, something that you already dealt with in elementary school. So when that starts to happen, kids will have a lapse and they're like, I'm not doing this. I already know how to, get past this. There's no reason for me to do this. I'm bored. Right. And that's when you start, having kids, start getting into other things because they don't have that necessary thing to grab their attention. Right. Versus the two celebrities, right? The two white women on the side. They did this so that they could have bragging rights, so that they can talk to their circle of friends and let them know how smart and awesome and great their kids are because they're going to such and such college and they were able to get here because they had such and such SAT scores and different things of that nature. It was all to gloat. It was a trophy. It was I guess you could say a badge of honor, right? And different things of that nature so that they could feel a part of the collective, even though they're already a part of the collective, right? It was in a sense to one up other people, to say that, hey, you know, my kid is better than yours. Your kid is still smart, but my kid is better than yours because they're at this certain type of school and they got here because of this. When realistically, that whole thing was a lie. So, you know, like I said before, this is the world that we live in. This is America. And, you know, these are the issues that happen every single day. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, somebody going to jail for the exact same crimes dealing with school, or if it's drug charges, or if it's getting pulled over by the police, or how the police directly responds to your kids versus another group of kids. This is what Black people have to face and go through. This is the unevenness of the playing field. And we have to do every single thing on top of getting stepped on, getting kicked, getting stabbed in the back, getting blinded because somebody, you know, threw something, you know, in our eyes ahead of the race, you know, and different things of that nature. Like, we have to deal with all types of obstacles and trip ups in order to already try to run and race on an uneven playing field. And then somehow we still got to find a way to make it. And the courts will tell you, like, yo, we expect you, no matter how uneven it is, we expect you to still run an even and an honest race, even though the other side is cheating. That's the world. So, you know, it's crazy. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.